Sarah, maybe weird things happen, but it's interesting when you've seen the upsets in college football from the quote-unquote little guys. It's the spread offense is the great equalizer. Temple's blue collar. They're going to hit you in the mouth. They blocked more kicks than anybody in college football. All that being said, they're trying to beat Notre Dame at their own game. Notre Dame has more talent. Notre Dame's probably a better football team. I think Notre Dame wins against Temple.
With that crowd coming out there, you'll have to do what Rocky never did, and that's a little bit of defense. You'll have to block a few blows out there. I agree. I think Notre Dame has more overall talent. Temple will make it a physical, tough game. Notre Dame wins.
The Owls looking for the first win over an AP Top 10 since 1945. Let's show the crowd a kinder, friendlier David Pollock. It is Halloween. Before we let you guys go, what was your favorite costume you dressed up when you were a kid?
Dude, I was a mean Dracula. Get you some of that, man. I was mean. I was a nice vampire. I was young here, Sarah, but I was filthy. Look at that.
I think you look kind of cute. Trevor, what about you?
Blackbeard the Pirate. I thought he was cool. He was powerful, and I was a fierce baby. A fierce baby. And you know what? When Blackbeard has that kind of baby face, this is kind of what it's going to look like. Baby, as Blackbeard, I will provide you with your next meal as Dracula.
You know what? You're an awful cute Blackbeard, and it was an awful cute vampire. I don't know how menacing either one of you guys are. We'll see how you do with your picks. That is our Chevy selection. David Pollock, go make some friends out there.
Simply brother with love, Sarah.
True story. One time on Halloween, I dressed up as Alf.
Oh, it was a good show.
Yeah, and Matt Rule's a good coach. He's going to join Kevin and Gandhi live coming up on SportsCenter. As will Kirk Herbstreit. He is back to tell us if Florida State here on SportsCenter. Kirk Herbstreit joins us now live from Philly, where College Game Day is going to take over at the top of the hour. And Kirk, the Seminoles coming off that brutal loss last week. History says a one-loss team is not out. It appears this morning the city of brotherly love is up for the task at Independence Hall. Give us a look at what it looks like out there. Give me a look.
Are you kidding me? It's unbelievable. You know, there was a big debate about where we should go, but we're very happy to be in the city of brotherly love. They are fired up about this game tonight, without a doubt. Look at those signs. You kidding me?
I can't wait to see what Corso does at the end of today's show. As for the game, Pollock and Trevor Maddich both said Temple is a tough team that resembles their city. Their toughness is going to be tested against the Irish. So, Kirk, what do you see this game coming down to tonight?
Well, I think Temple's done a really good job of playing defense. This is a defense that's a veteran football team. A lot of them played against Notre Dame back in 2013, so there's enough experience, enough confidence within the scheme of Phil Snow to give them an ability to be able to match up with Notre Dame's speed. Notre Dame right now, they have more speed than they've had since Brian Kelly has been there. To me, if Temple comes into this football game and not only competes but has a chance to win, it's going to start with their defense. The defense has got to keep them in the game and be able to create some short fields, be able to come up with turnovers. You know, they have 12 interceptions, 5th in the country. They've got to get those things going and take advantage of playing in front of this kind of crowd and try to see if they can get some momentum early in that football game to get themselves to believe that they can play with a great team like Notre Dame.
Yeah, Kirk, Temple, really a good story coming into this football season. If you look at some other good stories, especially with today's slate of games, you have Memphis and Houston, both undefeated, both with two of the hottest coaching prospects in the country, Justin Fuentes and Tom Herman, respectively. So why should the big school snobs pay attention to these two programs?
Well, both those coaches are doing a good job, and I think Matt Rule's another guy you have to throw in there from Temple. I mean, they're cheering, but they won't be happy if he leaves. Those three names are going to be circulating all around the country, and for good reason. Justin Fuente, what he did as an offensive coordinator at TCU, he's come over and taken over Memphis. The proof's in the pudding, what he's been able to do there and the way their football team is winning. How about Tom Herman? He took the blueprint from Columbus with Urban Meyer. He's taken it down to Houston, done an amazing job there just in his first year, just changing the entire culture and the mindset of that football team. So his name is a big name. And as I said, Matt Rule's a guy, because of the way he's done it, kind of old school, played at Penn State, rolls up his sleeves, tough guy mentality. So all three names, and there are going to be some openings, as we've seen already, throughout this country. You know, it's cyclical when jobs open up. This is going to be a year where some big jobs open up.
Yeah, Kirk, there's already a number of jobs out there. We'll see how many more open after the rest of the season. Kirk, as always, we appreciate your time here on SportsCenter. Enjoy Philadelphia. Soak up the atmosphere, because it looks like they're ready to play again.
All right, man. Looking forward to it.
And you know the drill. Coming up next, for the first time in the history of the Owls football program, historic Independence Hall in Philadelphia. College game day on site is unbeaten Temple hosts Notre Dame. That's at 9 Eastern. Set up in front of Independence Hall. That is a live look at Philadelphia. We've got our Kevin Nagandi at Temple's team hotel. He used to spend all of his time on the Owls campus where he went to school, and he never once missed a class. Actually, that hasn't been confirmed by research. Kevin, take it away.
I'll buy it.
Well, thank you, Sarah. Good luck in trying to confirm that stat. If my mom's watching, I just want to say it is accurate information that you just passed on. Good to have head coach Matt Rule join us this morning for some breakfast while the team is getting ready for this contest. And the city is immersed in Temple football right now. A pro town, but they led the local news yesterday, all three on Temple football. When you look at the Daily News, you look at the Inquirer, it's the front page here. And then the Daily News yesterday labeled it the biggest game in team history. How would you label this game for Temple?
Well, it's an awesome opportunity to play against a great Notre Dame team. And I'm excited that Philadelphia's rallied around us, that our students are so excited, that the nation's watching. But at the end of the day, this is about football. It's about playing a great team and giving our kids a chance to go compete.
Any concern about the hype build-up for your players heading into a contest like this?
Yeah, as a coach, you're worried about everything. But, I trust our players. We've got tough, hard-nosed guys. They've been through a lot. And they know at the end of the day, the real challenge is on the field. So I wanted them to enjoy this, to embrace it, but to focus on the game.
Notre Dame, it seems like every week they are the #1 target. So they're experienced, they're aware of the hype everywhere they go. When you watch them, what concerns you the most?
Well, they have a dynamic offense. They have a great young quarterback, really, really talented offensive line. C.J. Prosise is a home run back, and they have a great core of wideouts led by Will Fuller from right here in Philly, who's a dynamic player, probably the best wide receiver in the country. So for a defensive football team like us, we're having a chance to face a great offense.
What's the most important thing coming out in this game where you're going to have a sellout crowd, dealing with the atmosphere, primetime contest that your team must do in that first quarter?
Just hang in there early. We're a team that we're built to try to win the games in the last minutes. We're not Baylor. We'd love to be, but we're a team that just hangs in there, fights, scratches, and claws, and loves the final minutes of the game. And so we have to hang in there early. They're a great team. They'll make some plays. They'll make a lot of plays. But we have good players, too. And we'll make plays. We'll battle and fight and try to push it to the end.
Image-wise, everybody knows about the history of Notre Dame. They're a top 10 team right now. When you look at them, they could be a top 5 team. They are that talented. For America, this is their first real taste of Temple football on the big stage. What do you want to show America tonight?
I want them to see our team. I want them to see who we really are. And what I mean is just a tough, hard-nosed, gritty team. We've got kids who come here, under-recruited. They develop, they work, they go to class, they graduate. And I want us to play that way. I want us to play like, the blue-collar, tough team that we are.
Is this the biggest game in program history?
Well, it's the next game, and after we beat Penn State, it was an emotional moment for so many Temple people. And my point was, hey, there's more to be done. That can't be the high point. So win, lose, or draw, we'll wake up tomorrow and we'll get ready to play our next game.
Temple's known to be a basketball school. 2 years ago, you took over the program as the head coach. They won 2 games. Now you're undefeated at 7-0. Did you ever envision this situation heading into Notre Dame?
Maybe not this exactly, but I always knew and believed in what we could be. Temple's a great university, and it deserves a really good football team. And Al Golden won, Steve Adagio won, so it's not like I'm doing something special. I'm just doing what Temple's set up to do, which is to have a good college football team.
You're a modest guy, but I'm sure a lot of people would say, no, you are doing something special. Matt, we do appreciate the time this morning and joining us for breakfast here. Back to you guys. Sarah?
Okay, you guys can eat now. Saturday Night Football presented by Walmart on ABC. Number 9 Notre Dame, number 21 Temple. Because you don't want to eat while you're on camera.
I agree.
You do though. Someone said, Matt, but you get into some stuff that's real messy on TV. I know.
Cereal.
The Owls coming into this game 7-0 for the first time ever. It's Notre Dame Temple at 8 Eastern on ABC. It's also streaming live on the Watch ESPN app. You got into it. It's North